Is your child struggling with stubbornness, attention and focus, or out of control behavior? They may need help strengthening their executive functions. Executive functions are vital skills essential for impulse control, emotional regulation, planning, focus attention, following instructions, learning, and managing multiple tasks effectively. These skills begin developing in the first year of life and evolve throughout adolescence into young adulthood. They play a pivotal role in a child's behavioral and cognitive growth. Children are not born with executive functioning skills. They are only born with the potential to develop them. They must be taught these skills through direct instruction. And it's important to note that environmental stress and neuropsychological challenges like ADHD and ASD can significantly impede the development of executive functions in children. The good news is they are malleable and they can be improved with the right intervention. Every child can be helped in this area. Often caregivers unwittingly structure the child's environment to compensate for the lack of these skills, but that only leads to long-term decision-making and emotional control issues. Yet, cultivating these skills can significantly improve their behavioral responses, leading to better emotional regulation and social interactions. There is over 30 years of scientific, peer-reviewed evidence out there showing how strengthening executive functions in children can significantly improve their behavior and improve their cognitive functioning and their ability to learn. And of course, that has a snowball effect on their entire life. Yet we don't hear about this a lot. You're hearing about it right here, right now. This is really exciting. You're going to learn something today that's going to really help you and your family, something that you're not going to learn elsewhere. Let's talk about the warning signs of poor executive functions. Impulse control issues. They have difficulty waiting for their turn, controlling their emotions, or resisting the urge to interrupt others. Out of control behavior. They have difficulty assessing their own performance, recognizing when they make mistakes, and managing their emotion. The next sign of poor executive function is inability to focus attention. This is where ADHD comes into play. They have difficulty sustaining attention. They struggle to shift attention from one task to the next and regulating alertness throughout the day. They are inflexible. Completely inflexible, stubborn, and very reluctant to adapt to the thoughts and ideas of others. So when you're trying to teach them something, they're like, no. They don't want to listen. They made up their own idea about something, and no matter how you're trying to guide and teach them, they're just completely inflexible, also known as cognitive inflexibility. These children struggle to compromise. They want it their way all the time. It's not just sometimes. All children are like this, but we're talking about patterns of behavior that you see constantly. The next is that they are disorganized. You'll notice that with older children, they will struggle to keep track of their belongings, manage their schoolwork, or maintain and clean orderly space. Young children, that's fine. They are disorganized. You teach them over time. We don't expect a 4-year-old to maintain and clean their space constantly and keep track of all their belongings and manage their own schoolwork, get themselves off to school. But we can expect a 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old to start doing this at a better rate. So if you have more of a young adolescent, a teenager, and they struggle to keep track of their belongings constantly, or they can't manage their schoolwork, and you see that they're very disorganized, they may have weak executive functioning skills, and they can be helped through strengthening them. The next is trouble with self-awareness. They struggle to recognize their thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and tendencies. They're unable to perceive their personal strengths and weaknesses. So your child may have very low self-esteem. They may not see themselves as others see them or as they truly are. They just focus on all the things that are going wrong or bad. because they can't identify their emotions very well. They know they're feeling something, but they don't know why they're feeling it. They're messing up all the time. And you can see that they don't want to necessarily mess up, but they're just constantly messing up, even though you've taught them this a million times, you've helped them, you've guided them, and they're continually messing up. They may not be able to predict the consequences of their actions. The last one is persistent procrastination. They have trouble estimating how long tasks will take. They have trouble prioritizing tasks or completing assignments on time. This leads to overwhelm and procrastination. It can just lead to a shutdown. They may be depressed. It just may be too much, just life in general and all the things that come with it. It may be so overwhelming that they can't physically, mentally cope with it. And that's when you see all the behavioral issues, refusing to do their homework, refusing to go to school, hanging out with the wrong crowd. They're just shutting down. They have to be taught through direct instruction. Environmental stress can significantly impede executive functions, but they are malleable in any child. You just have to teach it to them at the level where they're at. I teach you how to do that in my Brain Fit program. We go through all of the 12 executive functioning skills. I teach you all about them on an in-depth level, each individually, and then you access the activities that will strengthen that particular executive function in your child. Strengthen your child's executive functioning skills is an absolute must. You will enhance their self-regulation and their social skills, increase their attention and focus. You help them optimize their time, organization, planning skills. And if they do have neurodevelopmental challenges, it will greatly improve their quality of life. All the activities you do with your child feel like play to them. It feels exciting. It feels like mom and dad are just spending some time with me. If you like to spend time with your children, you might as well do it in a purposeful way, knowing that this time that you're spending with your child is helping them build their executive functioning skills, because executive functioning skills are behavioral excellence skills. For more information, click the Shop Now button below this video.